Well, Jake, good to see you here at Autosport International, and to kick off what's going to be hopefully a fantastic season in the British Touring Car Championship. But first of all, let's just have a 60-second recap of last year. A couple of highs and maybe a low, because there were a couple for you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, every season's racing isn't without its problems sometimes, but at the same time, I still feel a lot of pride about last year. I mean, I still won 6 races, which in any normal season would be considered a job well done. It's only because, one man really overshadowed the whole championship with his performance, and you can't knock him for it. But those are just the facts, and, like I said, we didn't do enough as a team to move the car forward. Hopefully that will change for this year. But at the same time, you continue to learn as a person, and last year was still great. Like I said, lots of success, and yeah, for me, Croft was a real kick in the nuts as a general. But yeah, we live and learn, and we move on, don't we? But I'm still proud of everything we accomplished in 23, and I'm really, really excited more than ever for this year.
It's interesting, I guess, in developing as a driver as you get older, you learn from those things rather than find yourself being angry about them, and every day becomes a learning day, doesn't it?
It does, absolutely. There's no such thing as failing, only learning. So, I like to carry that with me, and just keep learning. It's an important part of it all, and this championship is arguably one of the hardest in the world to win. So it seems to just get tougher and tougher each year, and hopefully, we'll be in with an even better chance again.
Talking of learning, huge congratulations to you and your better half. You've become a family. You're now a father as well. Yeah. How's that going? Are you getting a full night's sleep yet?
We're getting there. Yeah, he's pretty good. Yes, Jude, my son. It feels weird saying that, but it's lovely at the same time. We've had an awesome Christmas and New Year all together. First time as a family, and yeah, it's a really lovely addition. So I look forward to him coming to some touring car races next year or this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, so here we are in 2024. Yeah. It's going to be an interesting season. Autosport International Show is where the rumour mill runs to boiling point, doesn't it? So we don't know what the final grid's going to look like. You're sorted, obviously, and some of your main competitors in terms of Alliance Napa Racing and obviously Accelerate with Tom. They're in the frame. There are a couple of changes coming, though, which are going to shake things up a bit. This marvellous new qualifying system, which I think I've got my head around, and of course the boost, the extra boost is going to be available through hybrid. Yeah. What difference is that going to make to the teams and the drivers' approach?
Yeah, it's going to be. I mean, obviously, until we get going, we don't know exactly what the effect of the boost increase with the hybrid deploy is going to do in terms of lap time or anything like that. But it's pretty easy to understand. It's going to be double what it was last year. So you would like to think the time gain would also come along with that. Well, obviously, we don't know until we get to round one is what the racing is going to be like. The last 2 years, it sort of stayed the same. It was a bit of a difference to begin with in 22, but we all got our head around it pretty quickly. And so it's going to be a bit of a learning situation for that again. The qualifying, however, really excited about that. I really love the sort of top 10 shootouts we've been doing, and so mix that in with something even more, with the split qualifying we've got going on. I'm really looking forward to it, I must admit. I'm excited. I think sometimes it will go in your favour, and other times it could screw you. So, hey, it's part of the game, but at least it brings another variant into it all, which, because we didn't need any more of those, but hey, we've got one.
Your laser beamer, as you call it, served you well last season. Are you going to be looking to make, you and your engineer going to be looking to make many changes for this year, or you're relatively happy with how you finished the season? Yeah,
a few changes are on the way. I think they have to be, really. I mean, we made some great improvements at the likes of Alton Park, especially with the car. That was where we found a huge chunk, and we carried some stuff we learnt there with us for the rest of the year. And again, we moved forward, but without significant changes to the car as a general thumb, we can't do much more. So it's up to BMW and to West Surrey to really get going and find some other solutions to make this thing faster, and I think we're on the right tracks.
if we believe half of the rumours that are flying around about who's going to be on the grid, and that there might be a couple of surprises in there as well, there might even be fewer cars on the grid this year. I mean, that's going to shake things up as well, isn't it?
It is. I mean, obviously we've lost one of the lower down teams, which is a shame for numbers. But I'm pretty sure the quality of the grid is going to improve, which is great. That's what we all want. All the teams and drivers want a better quality of drivers and cars on the grid, and that seems to be improving. So yes, we may lose 3 I can sort of think of, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to make a massive difference to actually the experience we're going to get as touring car racers, fans, all of that side of things. I think we're going to see just as good, if not better, racing.
Taking into account the last couple of seasons, changes to your personal circumstances, becoming a father, growing into yourself, which we were talking about before, and get a sort of sense of purpose with the family, how do you think that might affect what goes on inside your head when you're sat on the grid?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think we're still going to be just as fast as I have been. Hopefully that won't change. Didn't seem to affect Ash when he had a child at the beginning of the year, so hopefully it won't do the same to me. But listen, all the parents out there in the world know, that it's a big change when you have children, and if anything, I think it's for the better for myself personally. I feel much happier and much calmer in certain ways as well. So I can only see that as a good thing. We just got to crack on with the job in hand, and look forward to having my little boy with me along the way.
Just finally, you've been in touching distance for the last couple of years, almost like you'd got a finger on one handle of that trophy. Is this your year?
It's never your turn, but we will never give up until we do get it one year. So let's see. I've got a good feeling. I really have. I do think we're going to have a better car, and I think we're going to have just as competitive cars as we had in 2022, where we were really up there with Tom and with Ash fighting for that championship. I think we're going to be back in that position rather than feeling like we're a little bit left behind at times. So I'm just excited. It's nice, it's great as well that I keep my engineer Craig with me for another year. We have such a fantastic bond, and we've come up with some really good ideas we look forward to testing. So let's see.
Fantastic. Really good to see you, Jake. Have a good season.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.